Hey friends, welcome to the Inner Spark podcast. I'm your host, Casey Tayton. If you're looking to hear stories of transformation and personal growth, this podcast is for you. My guest and I will be sharing those sparking moments that has changed them into living a more fulfilling, authentic life. I'm so excited for you to hear each unique story. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back to the Inner Spark podcast. I'm your host, Casey Tayton. Today I have a special guest with me, Rachel Fitzpatrick. She is a yoga instructor, a podcaster of the Fit Zen Project. She has a beautiful son, and she is just an all-around amazing, beautiful person. Welcome, Rachel.
Hey, thank you, Casey. It's so great to be here. It's like my first day to be the
Yay.
first guest.
I'm so excited. It's going to be fun.
It's an honor. I am just excited I was asked. So it just means the world. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So she has a podcast out. I will tell you guys that we met in Kathy Heller's world. And of course, I'm in Kansas and you're in Kentucky?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then smack in the middle of the state.
And she's in Kentucky. So it's really just beautiful how we can have this connection and do these new fun adventures and learn together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's something about you when you just laugh. It's so like if you guys could see her on screen, I'll post a picture. Her face, her smile, like she just lights up a room. And that's the kind of energy she brings to the calls. And when you listen to her, it's just so much fun to be surrounded by people like that.
Well, thanks. Thanks.
I have a couple questions for you. Or a question, I guess. Would you tell them a little bit about your story?
Yeah. So I am currently a project executive and really love my job. Very, very corporate America. And I don't know that people love corporate America that work in corporate America, but I'm one of the few. And I also am a mom to this amazing 4-year-old little boy who just mainly make all my decisions and creations based off of if I was 4 years old, if I was my son, what would I do now? So
Yes.
that's how I've been living my life the past 4 years, and it's been real majestic. And then in a relationship. I've got a really great partner, and he supports me in all of these like wild and crazy ideas, like joining Kathy Heller's world, doing podcasting and starting up a yoga retreat. All of these things like have been since January. And I'm sure he's just, chasing his tail trying to keep up with me, but it's worked. But yeah. So like how I even got here, I can remember being a little girl and watching the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yes.
So I was super emotional as a TV watcher. Like I would watch movies and people would die, and I'd see them in a movie again. I'm like, oh my God, they're alive. Just be so invested in the roles. And I'm like, I don't know if these guys are really good producers or these guys are really good actors, but either way, they got me every time. It didn't
The
matter.
tears and all.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. I'm just an emotional person.
Yeah. It's That's what I love about you though, because you're just so genuine and real. First of all, I want to acknowledge that you just said you love your job. So my boyfriend loves his job. Like he it's his life, his world. He just absolutely wants to talk about it all the time. And it doesn't matter how long the days are, he loves his job. And there
Yeah.
are not very many people that do that. So when you say that and you're like, I love my job, it's and your face lights up. It's so exciting because so many people are resisting that. And you're just like, no, I love my job. And I'm also starting all these new fun projects.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives me a lot of space, I think. There were times where I didn't love my job and I had to make decisions and hard conversations and choices to be real with myself and move up and out or be done. but there was no more staying in this situation, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Will you go back to that movie? I want to take you back to that movie.
yes, yes. Well, I mean, just watching that movie as a child and watching how she went through this massive hardship, and then she goes on this vacation, right? And to
Yeah.
Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken. And she finds this like really hot dude, and she makes a new relationship out of something that just was so shitty with her marriage and all of that other stuff. But then she's like this like secretive corporate boss babe, you know, like yeah, I would say another word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, look at this woman empowerment. And you know, at 7 years old, that was early 90s for me. That didn't exist. Like this
Oh,
movie just was like set the pace for all the movies thereafter for women empowerment. And she was also a woman of color too, which was
yeah.
not seen in the world at the time. Not that I knew that as a 7 year old, but
Right.
that was what I watched as a 7 year old. So it automatically was true, you know, because if you died in the movie, you were dead in real life to
Yep.
me.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So,
that's how our brains worked when you're that age. You're just,
yeah.
especially when I am emotional as well. When I watch movies, I'm like
Yeah.
crying, all the feels. So, or celebrating, all the feels. That is 100% true.
Yeah. And then I think it's probably why Sweet Home Alabama was so good too. You know,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
really think about it, this small town girl just going up and getting after it and loving being a lawyer and all these things. But anyway, I was going to do some corporate stuff, and I was going to wear high heels, and I was going to wear pencil skirts, and I was going to look beautiful and have lipstick on and go to work every day in this office space and see like cars out my window and city skylines and all the things. So that was my goal, right? And then life happened, all sorts of weaves. I was a server for 10 years. It took me 6 years to get through college. Like there were some things I just like took some decisions and was like, yeah, let's throw spaghetti at the wall, see if it sticks. And there was a loss of clarity between 7 and 33, you know, in
I
my
think that
life.
happens to us. I think that
Yeah.
happens to many of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got way off track, but I finally reached my track again. I went to a Wanderlust yoga festival, and I went by myself, and I was 31, 32. I don't even remember how old I was, but I was 30 something, could have been 30 for all I know. But it was the first time I'd ever gone to a festival alone. I was like, I'm going to do it. And it's a yoga festival, so it's got to be safe, right? Because people are all about peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah.
So, so I go, and there were these amazing speakers there, just these movements that were, you could just feel it move through your body. It didn't matter whose class you went to, what you were doing, if you were watching a speaker, if you were participating in yoga class, it didn't matter. It was even going to the little shops, I remember, and making this connection with someone who was just selling yoga pants and making a connection about women who run with wolves, that specific
Oh,
book. Okay.
yeah.
So all of this is starting to really plant some seeds in my mind and in my way of life and things. And at the time before this adventure, I was not going to have kids. I was just going to be on this like corporate America road path, doing all the things to go up the ladder. Like that was just what I was going to do. I was set on it. And I was already in corporate America and enjoying some time at the moment, but it didn't click until this festival. And that's when I realized like I got to get aligned, you know.
Yeah.
And it was mind, body, soul to then project up and out and enjoy my job, enjoy teaching yoga, enjoy doing yoga, and what it is that like what kind of legacy I want to leave behind. And that's when I decided like was ready for a child. Went to this class and she was talking about she's a single mom, and it was hard, but her son was just amazing and was just the whole being for what she was doing. And I swear to you, at that moment, I could feel my ovaries wake up. They were like, yes, you're going to do it. At the time, I was single. I had no prospects or anything like that going on, but I just knew I was like, yeah, next guy I meet, I'm going to have a baby. That's basically how it went. But, you know, um, yeah, that happened. That's exactly how it went. I manifested that right out of
I
that
was gonna,
festival.
I was gonna say you're a heck of a manifester.
Yeah, it happened. So, whew, got got that done. Went through COVID with a newborn,
Oh,
and I had a baby during new like COVID, like all of that. And yeah, life just drastically changed for me at that moment. I was no longer going to the office in high heels and dresses because I was up to that point up till COVID and then pregnancy. But I mean, I was fashion forward in everything that I had. Like I had the bags, I had the shoes, I had the suit jackets, all the things. And I was working downtown Louisville. It was so freaking cool. And I would travel and I was just being like, yes. I mean, I'm not just working a job, but it was so much fun because I was Stella. I was doing it. I was right there with her. But
I love it. That's so
yeah.
powerful. When she says that, you guys, if you could see her face light up, like, I mean, I'm glad you described it so well because you loved dressing up and you loved doing all of that.
Yeah, yeah, that was my jam. I mean, I would
Yeah.
go to work with heels on, and I had Skechers walk shoes in my drawer, and I'd put those on while I was at work, and then I'd walk around downtown in my stupid little shoes and my really cute outfit, and then at the end of the day, I'd put my shoes back on, and I'm like, well, that was a good day. I'm wearing for 5 minutes, going to and from my car.
I love it.
Maybe to a meeting if I had to be in person, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. But then, yeah, and then I was working in COVID and transitioned, had a weird thing happen to me where I was now pregnant and single. And that was an emotional time because it's also COVID.
Yeah. I
And
can't even imagine.
oh, that was a whole chapter of that was that's its own chapter book. But what came out on the other side was a magical experience. And then I ended up moving back to my hometown in this tiny town. I don't live in the city anymore. And I wear yoga pants to work. And I still have Skechers shoes that I will wear when I drop off my son. And that's pretty much Stella got her groove back, and then Stella is just like comfortable and in love now, and it's fine.
It's 100% fine. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Sorry. It's so true that it's so funny that when we change, we're like, and then I got comfortable, and then I wear the yoga pants, and
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it, and it's fine, and it's fun, and it's me, and yes, I can still dress up, but I gotta wear the yoga pants and love it.
That's right. That's exactly right. And I had a whole closet when I moved here dedicated to my work clothes. I thought, one day I'm going to go back to the office. Like that's going to happen, even though I moved to the center of the state of Kentucky. There aren't no such thing as office here. Like this is just a tiny town. And if you want an office space, you got to rent it out. But it yeah, I've still got some dresses and I should probably find a woman who needs some to go to go to work. They're cute. Yeah, I work from home now, so it doesn't matter.
Do you still enjoy working from home?
Wow. Yes and no. It was such an adjustment at first. And it was really, it took away like my social time because I really loved the people that I worked with. And now I get a lot of stuff done. And I'm just kind of irritated that it never ends and it just keeps adding on. They're like, oh, we are doing it this quick. And I'm like, yeah, well, there's not anything else going on right now. I don't have anybody's cubicle to go chat with or go spend an hour with my boss and just shoot the shit, whatever. But
Yep.
I'm just like,
No one's around me.
yeah, I have a lot of time. So yeah, now I'm a
I
better
just,
worker.
you're like, dang it. Dang it, you caught on. Yes, I'm a
Yeah,
little bit faster now.
I did. I got it. It got me good.
Oh,
But I do love it. And it is great because I also will take my computer and I'll go to coffee houses or I'll go up to the yoga studio where I teach. It's combined with a coffee house, so it is really great. But that's only great if you don't have meetings and you can slide in there, take a class, slide out, and don't have any meetings. But, that's not how my life goes right now. So I'm packed with meetings and yeah. But one day, somebody, mainly me, might open up a yoga studio that has office space where it's not a coffee shop or busy and you're in there and able to leave your cubicle office, go take a class, and go back to your cubicle office, and it'll be smooth
I think
one day.
you just manifested it on this call. It's happening.
That probably it more than likely will happen now.
Yeah.
That's the next Vincent project. I'm just going to tell my partner right now so he can just start getting his nervous system
Yep.
adjusted.
I have this new idea and this is what it is and this is where we're going.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
going to love it.
Yep.
There you
Would
go.
you say, so I always say what sparked you? Would you say that I know you still do your corporate job, but you've also grown and changed? Would you say that festival changed you or having a kid changed you? Like, what truly was that moment that was like, my life is good, but there's more?
So many different shifts have happened for that. With the yoga festival for sure,
Mhm.
that that it got me good. That was definitely a pivotal moment for me and what resonated to my soul. So
Yeah.
there's that part. And then COVID changed me in a very drastic way. I was in my very first house. It was so cute. It was 800 square feet. And I was definitely just going to live there probably forever because I was only 5 minutes from downtown Louisville and I
Oh,
could ride
yeah.
my bike everywhere, walk everywhere. There was street festivals all the time. It was just so awesome. And I'm right in the middle of it all. It was so cool. Everybody came to my house. Like I had all the parties. Like it was just a blast. But then there was just this moment in COVID where I got clarity of walking the streets. And I don't know if this happened in Kansas, but it definitely did with me and my neighborhood. And the kids got into this creation station. And in every home with the child in my neighborhood, there were rainbow pictures, hand painted. There was sidewalk chalk rainbows
Yeah.
everywhere. Did that happen where you live?
They would hang them up and do sidewalk chalk and then hang them up in their windows, like make their doors like the glass, like looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. People got
Yeah.
creative.
It felt so magical. Like only a child could really make this a positive shift in society. Like only a child could bring out the hope and the
Mhm.
inspiration of the true meaning of what a rainbow does for people.
Yeah.
That the rain will stop, the sun will shine again,
Yep.
you know? And that just hit me in my depths. And at that time, I joined a 21-day manifestation challenge with Deepak Chopra.
Oh,
And one of my yoga teachers was leading it. and I did it. And that's all I wanted out of that 21 days was just like the ability to have a child. And my partner at the time was on board, and we were like, all right. And also, like, on a not so manifestation note, like, what else are you gonna do? If you're
Yeah.
like at home all the time,
Yep.
I was like, sounded like a really good idea at the time, like for all
Yeah.
people involved. So
Yeah.
it's like really good for me, really good for him. We had a great day. So anyway, we did the things, and it happened extremely quickly. And I realized, like, looking back, like how much of a golden hour, golden moment that was.
Mhm.
And it had to be at that exact time in that exact realm of life for me to stop and slow down. And I know that so much loss was happening around the world. And there was nothing that I could do except bring in some magic from a child and what I could, see and
Yeah.
outside in my neighborhood. Like, I wanted to feel that and be part of that. And I got really lucky that happened for me in my life. And I know that, like, I just feel so blessed that I got to have that moment and be this new life and this new rebirth of myself. So that was the biggest piece of my change. And then all of a sudden, it didn't matter if I was wearing high heels or dressing up in pretty dresses or, wearing makeup. I had a post about not having makeup on, and you know how scary that was? I don't wear it anymore. Yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
don't even wear makeup anymore because of COVID. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to.
Yeah. It changed us all in so many ways of I don't have to put on the mascara anymore. I don't have to do all that anymore. I mean, I can if I want to, for if I want to
Right.
go out and feel good, but it's not something that's like I feel like I have to do.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I can just go out naturally and it's accepted. Like or maybe I just don't care. Maybe that's
Yeah.
it.
And you're
Just don't care.
beautiful and you don't need it.
Yeah, so are you. It's just
Oh,
like we get to embrace ourselves and who we are naturally.
mhm.
And I think it's just even in yoga pants, it's like I can yes, that skirt feels great, but the yoga pants feel just as good. And I can have I can have so much fun in those too. Like there's so much in life that there's just all these things that that society like kind of pushes on you. Like you have to do this or you have to live like this. And we're like, we're done living like
Exactly.
that.
I'm done
Sorry.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stella got her groove back, and then Stella recognized that life
Yeah.
really doesn't have to look like that. So, speaking of
Yeah.
pencil skirts, I do have a really fun, uncanny story. If you want to hear it, it might be a
Yeah.
little risky, but
Let's hear it.
so it was risky for me. It's really, I'm the embarrassment in the whole situation. So I'm working downtown, and it's a really awesome building. And I got to park right next to it, which was really cool. I'm wearing this really awesome pencil skirt, and I'm feeling myself this day. And I got a cute little blouse, and I tucked it in, and it's like up high, so it accentuates the waist.
Yep.
And I got these little like kitten heels on, and I'm really honestly just cute as a button. I'm leaving the parking garage, and I'm walking across the alley, and I'm trying to go into this building, and this woman behind me, she's like, "Hey, miss, excuse me." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" Because there's
Yeah.
also a lot of people down there that
Yeah.
beg for money and stuff like that. So I didn't know if this was one of those situations. So I didn't meet the situation with grace and happiness that I would today. But
Yeah.
so it was more of annoyance, like, you just stopped my groove.
Yeah.
I've got a catwalk going on right now. So, so she's like, um, so there's a hole in the back of your skirt, and I don't think you want to go in there with that. And immediately I put my hand back there at the seam, and I touch my bare butt. I'm like, oh my God. So I thanked her, immediately texted my boss. And I'm like, I've had a blowout. I cannot come into the building. I'm here, but I'm leaving and I'll be back 20 minutes. So it was a day, and I was like, I had on underwear, nobody would know, but it's just yeah, I was so embarrassed. And then I looked around, scanned the premises, and there was just like, I don't know, 3 different men that I worked with at the time that were walking by the scene and had been behind me. And I'm just like, oh, you bastards.
Right.
Just like, it's your fault that my butt just broke the seams of my skirt. So, yeah. After
That's
that,
so
I
funny that
stopped.
she told you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's so nice because I feel like I would tell someone, but people get so nervous to say, like, hey, ma'am, like, excuse me, it's like when someone walks out of the bathroom and they have like toilet paper on them, and you're
Right.
like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, and people are like, what?
You got something you want to tell us? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
Uh, it was the last day I wore a pencil skirt.
I,
Very last day.
I might have retired those outfits as well.
Yeah. Uh,
I love that
are
you
you-
can laugh about it.
oh yeah, I was 10 shades of red when I
Oh,
left
I
there
bet.
that that day. No, would not like to go through that again. But anyway.
And thanks for sharing that story. Everybody needs to laugh. Everybody, this is why I love you because we get to this point where we can just be real in ourselves and look back on the things that are embarrassing and still laugh about them and just and be like, it was real life. It happened.
It did. It did. There's no denying that. That lady knows too. She knows. I don't even know her name. No, I know. I'm just glad she existed that day. She might be an angel. She might not even be in
Yep.
this body. I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know.
So have you always done yoga?
No, no, I have not. When I was younger, I cheered through and gymnastics and did all of that stuff. So I was really used to being extremely hard and terrible to my body. And then I went to college and then did more worse things like just drank a whole lot. And that was even more worse to my body. And then I got out of that situation. And then I started, I actually got what I call and kicked out of Louisville for a little bit. It was a situation where I was just drinking alcohol way too much, and some bad stuff had happened to me that I haven't talked about yet in my podcast, but it seems like that would be a good episode. But I was actually mugged, and I was beat up and from a night out, and all of my stuff was taken, obviously, the meaning of the mugging part. And then I went home to my hometown right after that, and spent about a year home with that. And anyway, I went back to Louisville. And when I got back, my best friend at the time, she had met this new girl and really loved her. We clicked, we vibed. So all 3 of us just really vibed out really well. And she's now like my best friend. So it is amazing because she was the one that was like, yeah, come to yoga with me. It's a free class, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know about yoga, but I could do yoga. I feel like I didn't really know what it was. And at this time it was 20 uh 14 or something like that. I don't know. When I very first went with her, it was a free class. And then I quickly found out what yoga was. And it was such an emotional breakthrough for me, that first class. Like I was in Shavasana, I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I got to come back. So I did, and I did, and I did. And then I just, from that moment, just kept going. And she was a teacher. She graduated from the same place I did. And she led me through all of these like next steps with my yoga path. And now I've been able to forge my own way through and what it means to me and what I want to give. And it's just been a blessing to, first of all, have had that happen to me to where I needed a reset, and then coming back and being like, well, this is healthy. This is better. I'm going to go this route. And ever since, I've just been on this come up.
It's, I think it happens to a lot of us that there's this breaking point of something happens. I mean, we've had a lot of things happen, but that for you, that was like, I'm done living the party life. I want like
Oh, don't get
the
me wrong.
friend that
I've
and
still partied.
but you're
I just didn't
yeah,
party.
right.
Yeah.
But like the breaking point of like finding her and finding yoga is like it just brings you I mean, it's just different how you try something new,
Yeah. It is a different space for sure because you, not that everybody needs rock bottom.
right?
Like, I don't believe that. Like, I don't
Right.
believe that everybody has to go through this like torrential downpour to
No.
shift their perspective.
Yeah, I think it can be any type of, I mean, mine was an illness, but everybody has their own story and it doesn't have to, it's like, how can we get people there now
Hmm.
without going through what we know?
Right. Because you can elevate from any level
Yes,
of where you're at. And I don't, yeah, you don't have to go and get a
have
bunch
something
of
bad.
trauma.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because now that's what we're dealing with is how do I untraumatize myself?
Yeah.
So now you get the blessing of raising a little boy and teaching him like all these wonderful things that you're learning. Do you want to share about some of that?
Oh my gosh. How much time we got?
I know. J-
Just the most recent was this morning. And he was like, Mommy, what does freedom mean? Because he'll randomly go, freedom, and he'll put his hands up in the
yeah.
air and he's like, freedom. And we're in the car on the way this morning. And he's like, what does freedom mean? So I give him my best freedom definition. And he's like, okay. So then we are driving down and he wants to hear his own songs. And I'm like, not today. And he's like, well, let's hear the song where the man talks. And I'm like, the man talks. And I put on the song Prayer by Lucas Mack. And it's basically he's talking and this beautiful music is behind him. And it's him calling your soul to action of let's do this. You are here on an earth mission. Your soul is here to be the light in the dark. And this song is just like so powerful to me. It's 2 minutes long. And I was like, this one, he's like, yeah. And he hears the whole thing. And it's like, sets him up and he's like, I'm going to have a good day. And I mean, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. But he's been doing the
Oh
Kathy
my
Heller
goodness.
meditations with me every morning. He gets up at 6:30, comes into my room and sits there with me while I listen to it for 10 minutes a day. I'm like, all right. But
That shout out to you for being this beautiful mom that's like teaching, just like spreading it into these kids because that's what they need.
yeah.
And so many people talk about it, but are they really doing it? And are we really doing it for ourselves too? Like,
Hmm.
I think I mean, obviously that's how we met through Kathy, and I've grown so much to be able to like even speak my truth and talk. Like we're setting on a podcast together.
Right.
That happened years ago.
Right.
So, okay, have you held a retreat before? Or I know you have one coming
No,
up.
no, if not, I'm just going on a whim here. And maybe not even a whim, but I've never even gone to a yoga retreat either. I don't, I've not done any of this. Like I've just like seen it, I've heard about it, and I've envisioned it every time. When I very first said I was signing up for yoga teacher training in 2018, I remember having a friend, he was like, well, my aunt, she's a yoga teacher and she leads retreats all over the world. And I'm like, oh, well, that's what I'm going to do. No idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know this sounds like a really good opportunity, a really good time. My birthday is the day after the retreat ends. It sounds like a really good birthday present to give to myself.
Oh
And that's just
yeah.
what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and love on these people that sign up. And I'm giving medicinal food choices to them. And we're going on nature hikes. And it's at the Red River Gorge in the beautiful state of Kentucky. Like
Oh goodness.
during prime season of fall foliage. Okay. Like it's really, I just don't see how this is going to end bad for anybody involved.
No.
And it'll be my first time. So I'm like, that means it's probably going to be the best because it's
Yeah.
first.
It's gonna be magical. I mean, I wish I was in Kentucky. I need
I'm,
to just fly there and come because you're
girl,
just like,
two people from Kansas are coming.
are,
Not making that up. It just so happens to be that you're in Kansas. Two people, a husband and wife, they are coming.
oh,
Yes, it's not just women either. I speak to everyone when I teach. I love having men in my class. I love having
I
women,
love that.
older men, younger women. I mean, my child's teaching me yoga classes now. It's just bizarre.
I
Everybody's like,
believe that.
yeah, let's go. Yeah.
It's gonna be magical. I already know it. Yeah. I need to like look at my calendar now. People from
I mean,
Kansas are coming. I mean,
yeah. And bring your boyfriend,
I
you
know.
know, it'll be a lot of fun. There's going to be some retreats, not retreats, excursions. We are definitely
Yeah.
doing the hike to the natural bridge, which is just
Oh yeah.
gorgeous. And
Yeah.
then, depending on what is available at the time, there's paddle boarding through the caves and there's zip lining. So that'll be included too. So it's just 4 days and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thursday through Sunday.
That's like days of heaven.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I call
excited.
magical. It's so funny because when we change our lives, like it's like that's what I call magical. Those are the things I get excited for.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to talk to you because you're just so much joy and laughter, and I love that you can laugh at yourself. And I love that you're doing your job still. You have a
Mhm.
son. She's also, y'all just heard it, this magical retreat's coming up. She has a podcast, and you just make it all fun. Like
Yeah, it's got to
tell
be.
us the key. Let's get some insight here. Tell us like if you're gonna leave listeners with something like you shine on everything you do. If you are in a room with her with you, like my face lights up knowing that it's something is gonna just it's just gonna be full of laughter
Oh, thank
and
you.
just good insights. So give
Man,
people some advice. What should they go do?
the key to it all is not having any expectation. I think that's it. Just being in the moment is really what it's about. If I can switch my brain to in the moment every time, if I notice I'm doom scrolling, for example,
Yeah.
when I can switch to being the witness of, oh man, you're doom scrolling, what else could you do that would actually serve you? Or if I feel like I'm in comparison mode of not enough, and then I recognize it, then I'm like, what can I do to make me feel like I'm enough? Like that, I think that's what gets me to where I can not even juggle because I don't even feel like I'm juggling. I just feel like I'm having fun, man. I'm just trying to see like how far I can go and where I can go and is what's going to happen when I get there. That's really that's my MO. I'm just like see what's up, see what happens, you know? And I'm uh the new slang term is F around and find out, like
Yep.
that's what I do. Just and I usually have spent a lot of energy in the wrong realm of that. I've spent a whole lot of time in the wrong realm of that.
Yeah.
And I realized if I could just drop some of that how much space actually opened up. And now I'm in the right realm, and so many things are coming at me. And I'm just like, I'm here for that. Yeah. Just being
That
present.
that is so good, and that is such good advice for everybody. I think we can all catch ourselves, but people don't know where to go, and it's so easy just to stay in those
Very.
spots. So just catching yourself and bringing yourself back home, it's just so powerful.
Yeah.
Can you tell them where they'll find you? I will drop it in the show notes, but can you tell them where they can find you at?
Yeah. My website is fitzenyoga.com, and it's FITZEN yoga.com. And I have everything I do there. So you could subscribe to my newsletter. You could listen to my podcast there, The Fitzen Project. And that's on all the things that stream: YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all the things that if they're things. Um, I don't have a book, so sorry to disappoint. If but maybe one
Yet.
day.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, right now it's just fun, man. It's just fun. Everything I got going, it's just a good time.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for just coming on and connecting and letting it be fun, because that is the most powerful thing, is when I can just get on and record. I tell people I don't want it to be serious. I'm like, I want to laugh and just have a conversation, and I want people to hear that. We can talk a little bit serious, but let's let it be fun. And you
Yeah.
are just a beautiful example of that.
Well, thank you. I'm so just beyond grateful that you provide this space. Like, this is just
Thank you.
really cool space. It's been an honor to even be here right now and getting to talk to you. And I mean, you're a light too, and I really adore you. And every time I see you on the social medias, and then like that one day that I just got lucky and grouped with you in a pod, I was like, oh my God, it is here. So I really appreciate it. I really, really
Oh,
do.
I appreciate you. That's exactly how I feel about you. And I think
Mhm,
that's, when we open our eyes, we see that.
mhm.
Get to see it in others, and then we're like, this is why I get to connect with them.
Yeah,
Because it just gets to be fun.
yeah, it's so
So,
natural.
yeah,
So
we can have a conversation. In case y'all didn't know, this is our conversations. Like, we're getting to know each other, and it's not like we talk every single day, but it's like we can talk, and it just becomes like a fun conversation.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, I could go on talking for hours with you. And I just want to thank you so much. And I will leave in the show notes where they can find you.
Thank you, Casey. Thanks. Thanks so much.
I hope you all enjoyed Rachel as much as I do. She is just one of the most beautiful human beings. There's so much goodness in all of this, so I truly hope that you find something valuable out of this conversation. And stay tuned, because there will be a part 2 of this. If you all know Rachel, go follow her. She is a beautiful manifester, so stay tuned for the rest. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. I hope today's story inspired you to embrace your own journey of growth and change. Remember, transformation isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, and leave a review. If you found something that sparked you in this episode and may spark a friend, I encourage you to go share it with them. If you have your own story you would like to share, I would love to hear it, so please reach out to me. Until next time, friends, go have some fun and let those sparks fly.